What changed?
https://youtube.com/@BritneyMitchell1996 C equals OTMN20Y0BB7XSMP. Subscribe and hit the like button to my YouTube channel.
In their approach.
You know, by and large, I think they play it normally for the most part, Kevin, but if they are up big or down big with a quarter to go, I think that's when they might consider thinking about tomorrow.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's Jordan. And he drops in the way up off the glass.
Jordan's side. Size and power make him a real hard cover around the rim.
Now here's Oladipo. Driving the lane and finished off by Oladipo.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he?
The refs are much more lenient with that kind of situation than they used to be.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Westbrook against Edwards. Adams with the screen on Edwards. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. The three-pointer no good. And finished off by Edwards.
A rare assist for Jordan. Good to see that he can drop a dime occasionally.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Adams. Dives for it. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And so just over a minute and a half played. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking it.
And, you know, Paul is a dime dropper, a dynamite playmaker who continues to wow us with his passing ability.
Here's Westbrook. Collison, it's good on the putback.
Putting in the effort to get a second chance look. Nice.
And here is Los Angeles now, fresh from a win against Portland.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
There's all kind of talk in the game today about stretching the floor, because when you do that, everything else just becomes a little easier.
Now, here's Robertson. Pierce covering. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Westbrook. It's hauled in by the Clippers. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. Oh, my goodness.
Man. Exceptional focus from the point guard. Paul is no stranger to having to outwork the defense.
Henderson's checked in for the Thunder. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. The Thunder in fourth.
I mean, this is such a tough team to deal with. You see the numbers. They would just push the ball at every opportunity.
Oladipo outside. Robertson finds Henderson. Oladipo with the ball to the wing right side. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Here's Edwards. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Edwards got his second basket of the game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now Oladipo coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Westbrook passes to Oladipo. Right side Westbrook. And they get it. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Pass to Westbrook. Puts up a three. He hits that shot. His first of the night. Now 1 for 6.
Love the preparation that time by Westbrook. He was ready to shoot it before he caught it.
For three, Edwards drills it from outside. Edwards got 7 points.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
Westbrook, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Love the aggressiveness from Westbrook to fight through some contact there on the shot.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. A different look for Oklahoma City. Ewing comes in for Adams. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Andre Robertson.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Edwards kicks to Spates. Paul outside. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Thunder trailing by 12. 1:22 left here in the opening quarter. Westbrook against Edwards. And that one's good. Westbrook.
One thing you can count on with Westbrook, he is always in attack mode. That's 24/7.
Edwards dishes to Pierce. Pass to Spates. Pierce up top, guarded by Oladipo. Pierce kicks to Spates. Paul with the three. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Henderson with a screen on Edwards. Edwards against Westbrook. And it's Spates with the rebound.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
And they double up Jordan. To the middle, here's Paul. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan. Jordan's got his 3rd assist on the night. Westbrook finds Oladipo. And it's Ewing in the corner. For three, Henderson. And so it's Los Angeles. Their lead at 15 going into the break. What a night they've had in terms of their shooting. Everything dropping in for them. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
Henderson with a screen on Edwards. Here's Payne. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Clippers leading by 18. Oh, and a jam by Jordan.
DeAndre Jordan really put something extra on that one, folks. That was a jam.
Payne passes to Parker. And here's Collison. And it's Payne in the corner. It's stolen by Edwards. Here's Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Payne in the post. Edwards there. Payne passes to Henderson. Spates with the block.
Not today, he says. How about that block?
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. For the Thunder, Ewing's checked in for Henderson. And Washington subbed in for Parker. And so here is Oklahoma City. Clock at 4. Shot to stop the run. Collison, no good. Los Angeles leading by 22. Pierce finds Spates. And the slam dunk by Spates.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Outside Collison. Out to the right wing. Pierce with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Jordan with it. Now guarded by Payne.
You have to reward the big fella when he runs like this. DeAndre Jordan able to leak out and finish in transition.
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. No points yet here in the second quarter for them. Pass to Morrow. Back to Payne. Here's Morrow. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. The Thunder with another miss.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces.
Big time. And Paul cooking with gas right now, getting to his spots and getting busy.
Well, despite losing in the finals, the Warriors are coming off a 73-win season, GA. And I guess my question is Golden State the NBA's next dynasty?
Oh, absolutely. You look at their all-star core. With that kind of talent, I'd say they're the title favorites for the next few years.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Collison. Henderson comes in for Ewing. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Washington. Here's Morrow. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
And how about finally being able to put an end to that 16-0 run by the Clippers?
Pierce for 3. Connects from three-point range. Pierce has got his second bucket of the night.
Beautiful looking shot that time from Pierce. He can beat you from anywhere.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Westbrook, here we go. And Westbrook throws it down.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Here is Edwards. 10 points for him. There's the drive. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Morrow finds Adams. Jordan with some nice D. LA's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight.
Nice job that time by Pierce. You know, some guys absorb contact like a sponge. It just has very little effect on Pierce.
Westbrook against Pierce. Henderson with a screen on Pierce. Westbrook drives in, misses in close.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Paul surveying the floor. And finished off by Paul.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Westbrook against Edwards. Lets it go from 14. Spates with the block.
Way to stay connected defensively. Don't allow him to get that shot up.
Ooh, rising and punching it on the young fella. You know he loves having that much of a height advantage. Best chance to get yourself on the highlight reel.
Westbrook kicks to Payne. Adams sets the pick for Payne to end the run. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Not the last time we'll see that. Adams is so powerful and loves to take it to the defense.
And the Thunder with some changes. Nick Collison's checked in for Henderson. Andre Robertson comes in for Anthony Morrow. And it's Oladipo in for Cameron Payne. Paul with the 3. Wow, that makes him a perfect 10 for 10. Double-digit perfection.
Because he's put in the work in the quietness and solitude of the gym. Heavy defensive pressure doesn't bother that shot.
Here's Spates, and the slam dunk by Spates.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Westbrook. Edwards with the block. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fans.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
Taking a look at the Clippers. They're the best team in the league, and they know it. When you're the biggest dog, throw that muscle around, keep the rest of the pack in line.
Listen, nobody should be surprised by how they're playing. This team is loaded.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Los Angeles Clippers.
I'm guessing my buddy over here loving it. They were forcing the ball into the paint with excellent results.
Hey, it's not rocket science. I keep telling people that.
Thanks for spending halftime.
There wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
Here's Pierce, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Pierce's jump shot makes quick work of the mid-range opening, lethal from that area of the floor. Refined and perfected.
Edwards against Westbrook. And Adams with the basket on the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Edwards passes to Jordan. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Jordan's got 12 in the game.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
Adams sets the pick for Oladipo. Pass to Adams, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. Number 1, the Thunder.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second-chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
And now here's Jordan pushing it up and no one back there.
Boy, somehow, some way, you got to keep Jordan away from the basket, because if you allow him to get it there, he's flushing.
Westbrook against Edwards. Left side, Westbrook. Pass to Adams. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Paul. Good, and Pierce gets the assist. Pierce has got 5 assists tonight.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
The drive by Jordan. It's good. He's got 16.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here's Oladipo. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. And that game concludes a 5-game homestand. Adams sets the pick for Oladipo. 6 to shoot. Back to Robertson. For 3, Westbrook. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And it's the Clippers' ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Wasted no time on that one. 15 points for Champ.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Thunder have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Right side, Westbrook. Over Edwards. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold, this one. Man.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Westbrook against Edwards. Right side, Westbrook. Clock at 6. Over Edwards. Westbrook missing again.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down. Try to get some easy ones.
And here is Spates. 6 points for him. It's stolen by Adams. Robertson with it. Now Pierce defending. A wide open look here for Oladipo. Drains it from beyond the arc. Oladipo's got 5 points so far.
Seems to get better every year from outside. Oladipo feeling comfortable pulling the trigger.
And Paul gets it to go in.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Oladipo, the pass to Adams. Now Robertson. Outside Westbrook. A floater. Edwards with the block. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on an 18-5 run here. And Spates gets it to go. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them. Oh, a tough quarter for him offensively.
Oh, it just pounded in. Pounded in.
Goodness. Oh! Woo-wee. How about that?
Westbrook against Edwards. Westbrook passes to Oladipo. To the inside. Another shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Oladipo's got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, always in attack mode. Oladipo keeps constant pressure on the defense.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Buries the long-range jumper.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Westbrook up top. Edwards defending. And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right.
Put on a
The
charge.
defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
Payne with it. Over Edwards. And that one released in time, but no good. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the Clippers. He's approaching. And how about a look now at our assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And stolen by Jordan. He's got a clear path and the slam dunk by Spates.
We know DeAndre Jordan is a shot blocker, but that time he got out and got a steal on the defensive end.
Payne kicks to Lucas. Back to Payne. Pass to Lucas. Now here's Payne. Back to Lucas. Here's the 3. They get it again. And the first one drops. And the Thunder making a change here. Conley's checked in. And Morrow drops them both. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be the second of the...
Oh! Wow. And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Back to Payne. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. 5 to shoot. Henderson dishes to Conley. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard.
Oh! Yes, sir! Yes, sir! My goodness. Pierce not giving the defense any chance to stop him on that drive.
Payne passes to Morrow. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And Spates gets to go.
Let's go. Let's go.
They're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Morrow. Now here's Payne. Ewing left side. Oklahoma City moving it around. Conley with the 3. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here. Oh! Man.
Great poise and agility. You knew Pierce would get that to fall.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there.
I think it's a point of emphasis for this coach, getting to the line where you can pile up some freebies and set your defense.
Collison with a screen on Paul to stop the run. Oh, my!
Wow! The bounce, the creativity, the strength. When Oladipo rises up, he's looking to punch it down as hard as he can.
And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Edwards. Paul's got 38 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
They get it back.
I wonder if switching baskets really threw him off. I mean, because he can't get anything to fall this high.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Robertson kicks to Collison. Pass to Westbrook. Oladipo for three. The Clippers grab the miss. Jordan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
Oh, great job to punch it in off the drive. Let them know you've arrived.
Oklahoma City's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Edwards with the block. Jordan in. Wow! Oh, my! What a play.
Boy, that's exactly what you want from Jordan every night, in my opinion.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Looking to end the run. The Thunder with another miss. It's been all Clippers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points.
Paul is truly the prototypical point guard. He's got a high IQ, takes care of the ball, and he prioritizes setting up his teammates.
First one falls for him.
Chris Paul.
And so Paul nails both of them. The Thunder shooting 23% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Robertson dishes to Collison. It's Oladipo on the wing. Back to Collison. To the right side. Here's Westbrook. And he hits the jumper. Well, he's been waiting for that for a while.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Chris Paul.
Boy, this game really had his name all over it. I mean, he relished being the guy to carry the load offensively.
Adams sets the pick for Oladipo. Going inside, all sorts of time. Adams' shot is good.
Boy, that's outstanding court awareness from Oladipo. Head up and found the open man.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Paul with the 3. Buries it from three-point range. Paul's got 45 points.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Here's Oladipo. Plays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Outside Edwards. There's the triple. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.
Wiggins, Gorky game, Carl Anthony Towns.
Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action. And, Clark, here we have plenty of talent on the court, but for me, it's that center matchup that is most intriguing.
Big bodies and big games. NBA stars can seem larger than life at times, and that's never more true than when they stand a foot taller than your average human being.
Here's Levine. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chris Paul picks up that.
When you couple Levine's shooting touch with his explosive athleticism, very easy to see why scouts were so high on him coming into the draft. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Here's Edwards. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Timberwolves. Pass to Towns. Towns sets the pick for Levine. And it's sent back by Spates. And he recovers it. And it's Towns missing. Here now the Clippers. Win after win. These guys now have 9 straight.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
Wiggins kicks to Zhang. Pass to Towns. Can't hit the free throw line jumper. Jordan with it. Guarded now by Rubio. And the dunk by Jordan.
Jordan really relishes playing through contact and converting, showing you just how strong he is and a good level of concentration, too.
Rubio against Edwards. Rubio outside. Towns a screen on Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Bean passes to Towns. The rebound by Pierce. For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And finished off by Paul.
Paul, so good with the ball. Carves his way inside with such ease and precision. That's what's so marvelous about it.
Edwards against Rubio. Ball's knocked loose. Levine kicks to Rubio. Towns sets the pick for Rubio. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Donnie's checked in for the Timberwolves. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Wiggins. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And stolen by Dunn. Pass to Rubio. Dunn against Paul. On the wing, Wiggins. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Had him layers to his game over time. The more Wiggins looks to score inside, the more versatile he'll become.
Pierce for three. Cranes the three-pointer.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling. Off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Rubio outside. Here's Wiggins. No good that time. Excellent D there from Pierce. Right side, Jordan. Wide open. Another one falls for the Clippers.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Here's Rubio. Rebound by the Clippers. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
And it was funny, the road arena didn't bother them at all. I mean, they locked in, focused, and executed, and got it done.
Rubio, the pass to Wiggins. With the teardrop. Excellent D there from Pierce.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
And Paul slams it in.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Pass to Wiggins. 1:06 left in the first. Shot clock at 6. And just miss after miss right now.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Tom Thibodeau decides to call timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Here are the top distributors from last season. These guys always seem to find the open man. Third. Is Chris Paul. Ricky Rubio is fourth.
And really two terrific distributors. I mean, the first thing you look for in a teammate is the ability to get you the ball, and they both have that down to a T.
Hill, a screen on Jordan. Jones. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Count it. Jordan's got 6.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Jones for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Clippers leading by 19. Here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stop.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And he gets it to go.
The pull-up jumpers are a big part of Chris Paul's repertoire on offense. I mean, also a big part of what makes him so dangerous, too.
Edwards against Jones. On the wing, Levine. Over Paul. Levine can't hit. Clippers leading by 23. And Paul slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Jones in the post. Edwards there. Levine for three. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got his 5th rebound in this one. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He is yet to miss a shot.
The Clippers shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Clark, you know, these guys are still, kind of putting some feelers out on the season. When can you really tell what kind of team you have?
Well, I think the first test really comes when you're playing away from home, on the road. Good teams distinguish themselves by winning on the road. It gives you confidence when you can get wins there. The next thing is how you play against the best teams in the league.
Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game. Anderson, he's checked in for Minnesota. Dunn comes in for Levine. Minnesota calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Patton's checked in.
Now into the lineup for your Timberwolves, number 40, Ty.
Here's Jones. Still scoreless. Hill a screen on Edwards. Jones up top. Edwards defending. Out to the wing. Here's Dunn. Another miss by Minnesota. Here now the Clippers. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Dunn against Paul. Dunn looking over the floor. 6 to shoot. Down low. Here's Patton. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Here's Pierce. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
And the outside shooting presence helped Pierce open up a lane there.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. And Rush kicks to Dunn. Hill sets the screen for Dunn. Over Paul. Another miss by Minnesota.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
On the money with the shot from the left block. Patton's got his first basket of the night.
And with those points, he's able to stop a 15-0 run by the Clippers.
Spates, and that comes off the assist by Pierce. Pierce has got 3 assists now in this one. Spates has gone 3 for 3 from the floor. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Done outside. And the foul called on Edwards. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Clippers on defense. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Towns a screen on Edwards. And the basket by Rubio. Rubio's got his first 3 points of the game.
Not exactly textbook mechanics, but I think you got to admire Rubio's resolve. Knows he has to at least be a threat to shoot it out there.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Towns. Edwards with the block. Spates the pass to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Yeah, man, was it nice. You know where Wiggins' explosiveness comes from, though, right? His parent, a world-class sprinter and an NBA player. Now that is platinum-level DNA.
It's Pierce with the drive, and he slams it down right on top of Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
Here's Rubio, and it comes off the front of the rim. Rubio's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Jordan, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
That was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Levine's checked in.
An incredible 6'11" athlete. DeAndre Jordan tries to own the rim on both ends. It's his airspace when he's out there.
And the foul called on Edwards. That's his third foul of the game.
And already his third foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the third quarter.
We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the half. Edwards against Rubio. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Wiggins. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Wiggins has got 4 points this quarter.
Hey, that mid-range area, in-between area, we call it, inside the three-point line and not at the rim, Wiggins knows he can get this shot anytime he wants.
A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the Clippers. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
https://youtube.com/@BritneyMitchell1996 C=OTMN20Y0BB7XSMP. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel.
We'll get to the first half action in just a second, but first, let's take a look at where teams are sitting in the power rankings.
Taking a look at Los Angeles, They're on a mission. You can tell. They came into the season locked and loaded, making a statement here early on, Ernie.
Still a lot of season left, but you couldn't ask for a better start from them. Changing focus now to that first half. A brutal game so far for the Timberwolves.
They couldn't shut down the lane. Only thing that would stuff that is prime check. Maybe two of me.
Now that is a scary sight. Two of you.
Well, we're going to need a bigger fridge, Ernie.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins. with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters?
Look out!
Sticking it to them and doing it with style.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Levine against Pierce. Pass to Wiggins. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Rubio. Edwards with the block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. Clippers on defense. To the paint. And Jang gets it to go. Jang's got his first bucket of the night.
A big guy with an emerging skill set. Jang ruling the paint there. Nice play.
Out to Edwards. Knocks down the 3-ball.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And he drives in. And as always, GA, some very exciting players entering the league. Any rookies to you stand out so far?
Well, first overall pick, Ben Simmons. He's basically a 6'10 point guard who's great defensively. I also really like Jaylen Brown and Brandon Ingram. Both can really put the ball in the basket.
And the slam dunk by Spates.
Nice job holding off the defense inside there.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Outside, Towns. Wiggins with the bounce pass. Rubio with a wide open look. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Just 1 for 4 from the field. Not the way they wanted to start the second half.
A nice shot by Jordan.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunity.
Pass to Wiggins. Over Pierce. And that one's good. Wiggins has got 8 points.
Building and establishing comfort in the jump shot, something Wiggins has going for him now.
Out to Edwards. Good, and Pierce gets the assist. Pierce has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Back to Rubio. Wiggins outside. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. He's got 11.
And for Wiggins to take another step forward, he must improve as a shooter. So this is good to see.
Pierce for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
Yeah, they're relying on their 3-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Towns sets the pick for Rubio. Misses the 3.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Oh, man.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Levine looking around. On the wing, Wiggins. 6 on the shot clock. The 9-foot shot. Off the left rim and out.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
And Paul gets it to go in.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Here's Rubio. Edwards with the block.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific, doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
And Paul with the good touch on the floater. Guys, that's a difficult shot to make, that floater, but it's one of his many go-to shots.
Edwards against Rubio. Pass to Wiggins. Will it go? It's hauled in by the Clippers. Edwards got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's having a tough quarter, scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap. And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Wiggins drives in, and Jordan sends it back.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
His offensive efforts have been tremendous so far.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Jang finds Levine. Got a piece of it. Pierce with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Rubio outside. Pass to Levine. Chang with a screen on Paul. For 3, Levine, and it's Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Clippers ahead, just dominating this one. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And here we go. Clippers running again. And Paul gets it to go in.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
7 straight fast break points. They've got the defense gasping for breath right now.
Here's Hill. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Jones. Drops in the layup for 2. Jones has got his first bucket in this one.
Finishing inside through the contact there. Great focus.
Back to Paul. Pierce kicks to Paul. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
Paul, one of the very best passers in the game, and he gives it to you right on time and on target.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Has to rush. And here is Hill. Guarded by Spates. And the basket by Hill.
Gets the defender to sell out on the pump fake, then flips it in.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Tries from 10, and Maurice Spates the bucket on the assist by Paul.
Boy, the incredible court vision of Paul. He gets the ball to his guys where they can do something with it.
Has to rush. Hill against Jordan. Hill, no good. Clippers have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Pierce. Hill pulls it in.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
And he gets contact and the whistle. On the shot, 2 shots coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And let's face it, every point matters in this league. You have to take advantage of these freebies.
J.J. Redick's checked in for the Clippers. Pass to Pierce. Over Wiggins. Another one falls for the Clippers.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Jones kicks to Wiggins. Towns against Jordan. And Towns gets it to go.
And that's what you want to see from Towns as he continues to hone his craft that postgame.
Redick for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Redick's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Denied! Pierce with the block.
Excellent anticipation that time by Pierce. Was right on top of that shot.
And nothing like taking it to the hole yourself.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Jones, the pass to Towns. Towns sets the pick for Levine. Good, and his assist goes to Towns.
And we know Levine has that shot in his arsenal, and he's working to develop more consistency.
Paul with the 3. Drops in the tray. Paul's got 33 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Levine dishes to Wiggins. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
Tell you what, somebody came to play and compete tonight. Wiggins has been bagging his groceries all game long.
Here's Pierce. And then Pierce with a dunk.
Nice possession, working it for a great look.
And there's 1:45 left here in the 4th quarter. Jones against Redick. Outside, Jones. Pass to Wiggins. Shot clock at 5. Unable to get that one. Excellent D there from Pierce.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
And, you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Chris Paul.
Boy, the way he orchestrated the pace was impressive. I mean, he moved the ball around, made good things happen with the pass. Well done.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Jones. Rubio with it. Out guarded by Redick. Wiggins against Pierce. And it's Wiggins missing. And so here are the Clippers. Here's Redick. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And Levine, here we go. Jordan with the rebound. And it's Paul with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Rubio. Back to Levine. Jacks up a three. It's off. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.
I don't know you, my guy, but keep grinding. Are you subscribed?
Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the end. I know we're in the starting stages of the season, but Greg, how much can you tell about your squad at this juncture?
Kevin, actually a lot. Listen, the title contending teams, they know they've got something special brewing already. I actually think you normally get that feeling in training camp.
Now here's Edwards. Oh, what a finish!
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Here's Bogdanovich. 6 to shoot. Levert the pass to Booker. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against Minnesota. It's good from long range.
Paul's got such a fluid shooting motion. From the moment he lets it go, everything about it is smooth.
With the drive, Lynn. Great D that time from Edwards.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Now here's Lynn. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. To halt the run, that shot no good. Good work defensively by Paul.
Early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
Here's Bogdanovich. Shoots from 12. Lopez with the bucket.
Just so steady around the basket. Brook Lopez, really one of the more consistent scorers in the game.
Edwards dishes to Paul. Jordan, that's for 2. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
5 buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start.
Lynn against Edwards. It's stolen by Edwards. And now Pierce running the floor all by himself.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Brooklyn with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Lynn looking it over. Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Their last win put them into double digits with 10 in a row. Wow. quite a stretch.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
And the Nets making a change here. Harris is checked in. Here is Lynn. Pass to Lopez. Bogdanovich against Pierce. Harris outside. Lopez inside. He puts up decent numbers on a nightly basis, averaging about 10 points a game. Here's Paul. It's hauled in by Harris.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
Now here's Lynn. Still yet to score. Nets passing it around. Lopez inside. Spates there. It doesn't go for him. Jordan kicks to Paul. Over to the wing. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Lopez, and the Nets miss again.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
And for the Western Conference, we have a chance now to recognize our Player of the Week, Champ.
And you just look at the point totals that he has posted up during that time frame. Just some unreal numbers. Hard to argue with him as the pick when he is just putting up huge stats on offense and carrying this team with his scoring ability.
A finish, and Paul slams it in.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Here is Jeffries. Harris kicks to Jeffries. Pass to Bogdanovich. Now Harris. And Brooklyn with another turnover here. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Vaughn. Now here's LeVert. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. For 3, Harris. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And you can't give Harris any breathing room to shoot, especially when he's looking to fire the 3-ball.
Paul with the 3. Nailed from three-point land. Paul's got 10 points.
That's 4 connections and 5 tries now for him in what's been a great first quarter.
Scola finds LeVert. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Pass to Harris for 3. That one no good. That shot off the mark. A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be back with you shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball. Looking for fast break opportunities, always a good idea.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Jeffries kicks to Harris. LeVert the pass to Young. Shoots over Spates. It's hauled in by Edwards. And so it's Paul with it, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game, and that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
On the wing, Harris, defended by Pierce. Jeffries can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 23. Here's the floater, and it's laid in by Pierce. 6 points for him.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Now the Clippers with it. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And Jordan slams it in.
DeAndre Jordan really put something extra on that one, folks. That was a jam.
Timeout called the Nets. In Clark, last season, we saw teams attempt over 8 more threes a game than they did just about a decade ago. What is going on here?
You know, Kevin, I think it's a combined influence of analytics and a certain marksman by the name of Stephen Curry. He certainly has had an impact on how many threes are being shot all over the league and all over the world. The 2-time MVP waking us up to what's possible from deep.
Pass to LeVert. Nets passing it around. Over Paul. And the Nets miss again. For Los Angeles, they've gone a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And it's Pierce with the jam!
And the outside shooting presence helped Pierce open up a lane there.
Harris outside. Pass to Scola. Out to Harris. So here's Scola. Here is Jeffries. Edwards defending. They need this. And again, no good by Brooklyn. For Los Angeles, they've gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
LeVert against Paul. Here's Scola. And he can't bank that one in. Edwards with it. Scola covering. Edwards, that's good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Here is Jeffries. Edwards defending. Pass to Jeffries. Edwards with the block.
Snuffed it out. What a timely block that was.
And Edwards slams it in.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Scola. Tries again. Yep, that one goes in there. Scola's got his first points in this one.
And with that bucket, he ceases a 14-0 run by the Clippers.
Here's Spates, and he dunks it in right on Luis Scola. Oh, man, what a play.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
And Paul Pierce with the slam.
Paul Pierce rising and throwing it down. Not known for his vertical, but he's got a little more bounce than we thought.
Jeffries kicks to LeVert. Hagan passes to Harris. Ball against LeVert. Harris outside. The three. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Basket counts. Pierce has got 12.
I don't know what's happening defensively,
but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
There's the pick. Here's LeVert. Space with the block. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Jordan. And then slammed in by Jordan.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
A forceful finish from the big fella.
Well, with a player for that size, you'd think he'd make the highlight reel more often.
Yeah, you know, he just appears to lack an edge at times in this game. I mean, he can be too passive and reluctant on the court.
Pass to LeVert. It's stolen by Edwards. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And finished off by Edwards.
Muscling that thing in. Tough shot.
There's 25 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here is Jeffries. Edwards defending. And here's LeVert. Here's Hagan. He's defended by Jordan. Clock is at 3. Scola, no luck. And so it's Los Angeles with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
You know, right now for the Nets, you expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches to see who performs well late in a tight game.
Invaluable information, no doubt. And switching gears now to that first half, what a difficult start for the Nets.
Their opponent is beating them up on the boards, and they're not taking it well.
No, they are not. It's been pretty embarrassing. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And Bogdanovich throws it down.
And, you know, stretching out for that one, Bogdanovich showing a little elevation for a guy who typically stays close to the ground.
That one good for 2.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Lynn. Edwards with the block. Now Pierce. 12 points for him. And Paul gets it to go in.
We talk so much about the passing of Paul, but CP reminding us here, he can shoot it too, guys.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. And Bogdanovich kicks to LeVert. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Puts the move on. He's off on that one. Jordan with some nice D. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
And putting some power behind it. Nicely done.
And so Lynn will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Well, they've got the Lakers ahead of them after this game. And the next game, it'll be played in Los Angeles. That will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road. Pass to Lopez. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now here's LeVert. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
Karis LeVert, one of my favorite young players in the league. He's hard to guard because he got a quick release, and he's very confident in his ability.
Spates the pass to Pierce. Outside Edwards. Over in the corner, Paul shoots over Lynn. Again, Los Angeles.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Lynn against Edwards. Outside Bogdanovich. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Jordan's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
It's LeVert on the wing. Here's Lopez. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Then the pass to Lopez. Outside, Lynn. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. LeVert finds Booker. Nets passing it around. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing far.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
You know, nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Pass to Lynn. Here's LeVert. And Lopez has it in the corner. Now Bogdanovich. Back to LeVert. Over Paul. Misses and the dry spell continues. Los Angeles has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Lynn the pass to Lopez. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. The shot that time, not on target. Jordan with some nice D.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Pierce for 3. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
It's LeVert on the wing. Wide open look. And he knocks down the jumper. LeVert's got 5.
Nice jumper there, flashing how dangerous he can be shooting the ball.
Paul with the 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Well, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
The Nets shooting only 21% from the field so far. Booker outside. Outside, Lynn. Shakes him. Edwards with the block. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Scola. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Paul. And finished off by Paul.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious end time on the rim.
Yeah, just couldn't contain himself. Couldn't control himself there.
A big-time effort for Chris Paul, providing a lot of energy for the Clippers. And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. Right wing. Spates kicks to Edwards. Paul outside. Fires the three. Good, and Pierce gets the assist. Pierce has got assist number 8 here in this one already. And Brooklyn has possession. Harris outside. Jones dishes to Jeffries. Jones kicks to Harris. Here's Vaughn. Pass to Jeffries. Shot clock at 3. And here's Harris from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
Bank shot, no good. Los Angeles has gone 6 or 7 from long range tonight. They've been on fire from way outside.
And right now, Pierce is feeling it. His guys would be wise to keep finding him.
Here is Jeffries. Edwards defending. Harris looking it over. And there's the drive.
Harris reads these situations so well and knows exactly when to attack the defense.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
You know, this is an example of why conditioning can be so important. I mean, it can be critical. They continue to sprint the floor, and there's no let-up in sight.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
Out to Edwards. Good, and Pierce gets the assist. Pierce has got 9 assists now tonight. 2nd minute off the clock now in the 4th. Here's Steffens. Edwards defending. Stevens, the pass to Scola. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Paul. And the basket good. A bank shot that time. Paul's got 29 in the game.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Steffens. Edwards defending. Pass to Lopez. Jones kicks to Harris. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Steffens. Harris outside. Here's Steffens. Edwards defending. Pierce against Harris. Fires from deep. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And Paul Pierce with the slam.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Pass to Steffens. Scola with it. Guarded by Spates. Stevens, the pass to Jones. And here is Lopez. Harris kicks to Jones. Here's Stevens. And again, it's the Nets missing. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-2 run here. Count that one. Paul's got 31 points.
And Paul cooking with gas right now, getting to his spots and getting busy.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Steffens. Now here's Jones. Harris outside. Here's Jones. Over Paul. Jones, no luck. Here now the Clippers. They've outscored him 16 points to 2. Not slowing down. And Edwards with the stuff.
I imagine they'll keep going to him. He's been solid offensively.
Brooklyn's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Jones, the pass to Stevens. 1:22 left to play here in the fourth. Back to Jones. Good on the three-point shot. Jones has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Clippers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice.
Oh! Great game for him. Double-double now. 10 points and 13 rebounds.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Harris, bounce pass. Lopez kicks to Harris. And Lopez has it in the corner. Over Jordan. Lopez, no luck.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Alden, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Well, we've got a special matchup for you tonight. Both these backcourts, Clark, possess some really outstanding firepower.
And to me, Kevin, it's going to come down to the backcourt performances, quite honestly. Whichever team performs well in that space and area of the game, I think will have the edge tonight, because both of these teams rely heavily on their guards to carry the offense. You know Paul is looking for these shots, and as the defender, you have to be anticipating this.
Carter outside. Pass to Gasol. That shot misses. Great D that time from Jordan. Pierce with it. Conley picks him up. And then Jordan slams it in.
DeAndre Jordan really put something extra on that one, folks. That was a jam.
And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Memphis Grizzlies. 4-point game. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Gasol against Spates. No good from Gasol. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Brooklyn.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, I think it was a combination of things, quite honestly, but the defense didn't really offer them a challenge all night. I agree with that.
Now here is Carter. Gasol, a screen on Pierce. Inside. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
They double up Pierce. Ball finds Edwards. Cans it from downtown.
And going with a quick release there so the D doesn't have time to react.
For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's Carter. And Vince Carter with the slam.
And that's what Carter does best, knifing his way inside so he can finish with the easy slam.
Pierce for 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss the way they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Pass to Randolph. Pierce against Carter. And here is Allen. Outside Conley. Al Gasol. Nice move. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Gasol's got his second bucket.
And that's your all-star center. Gasol making a play. He gives this team a lot of size and a lot of toughness on both ends.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
And the Grizzlies call their first time out of the game. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Wizards. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
Well, I think for Los Angeles, they've just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlook them as a top team.
The defense has to crowd Carter. Even as the pass is coming his way, you can't let him have any space.
Paul for 3, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Now here's Randolph. He has yet to score, and it's Carter missing.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the basket by Pierce.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Conley after Paul Pierce's score. Conley's shot is off. It's Edwards on the wing. Covered by Conley. The shot's good. Edwards got 5 points so far.
displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Pass to Conley. 1:27 left in the first quarter. Clock at 6. To end the run. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The question for them right now, can they maintain this winning streak? They've notched 11 in a row.
Just a fun team to watch when you get right to it. I mean, the way they're executing at both ends of the floor, it seems like they're getting better each game. Communication, ball control, ball security, defensively. They are very adaptable, and we've seen how they adjust, always learning and constantly tweaking the winning formula.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's giving up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Yeah, they built up this lead 3 points at a time.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for him later on.
Now here's Randolph. Hasn't made one yet. Conley's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 14. And the slam dunk by Spates.
Just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possessions.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Conley. Pass to Gasol. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And what you like about Gasol, he can put up big numbers, but he also does the little things that don't always show up on the stat sheet.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
It's Jordan, top of the key. Outside Edwards. What a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers out in front by 17. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And quite a position here for the Clippers to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Now here's Conley. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. Here's Pierce. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Pierce against Parsons. Conley scanning the floor. Daniels from outside. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending obviously comfortable.
Down it goes!
Take that rack
down!
Slam!
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Cheeks is checked in. Now here is Conley. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Here is Daniels, guarded by Spates. To the middle, here's Reed. That shot off. Great D that time from Jordan. Edwards dishes to Jordan. And Spates with the basket on the assist by Jordan. Spates has got 6 points.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
They keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. And Randolph checked in for the Grizzlies. Allen comes in for Daniel. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at the Clippers. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, Memphis, 5.5 games behind.
And you know, for Los Angeles, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
Now here's Conley. Shot to stop the run. Edwards with the block.
Oh, get that out of here.
And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. So, Clark, even though they fell short last year in the finals, everyone is wondering who can stop the Golden State Warriors.
Well, you know, they put Kevin Durant on a 73-win team. It would take a Herculean effort and feat to knock them off this year. Anything can happen, we know that, but they are the title favorites by a wide margin. And that's a tough bucket from Pierce, looking past the D and just knocking down the contested J.
Conley against Edwards. Outside Randolph. 5 to shoot. Bounce pass Conley. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. A nice shot by Reed.
Not just a score. Like how unselfish Parsons can be with the ball.
Paul with the 3. Sinks the triple. Paul's got 11 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
The Grizzlies have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. Outside Randolph. With his first shot attempt, it's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Reed following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. Reed a screen on Edwards. Here's Conley. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Hey, I don't think you can underestimate Jordan's effectiveness off the drive. I mean, he's got really good mobility, underrated mobility for a big guy.
Here's Parsons. The Clippers getting the bucket. Pass to Allen. Memphis moving it around. Here's Conley. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
And the Grizzlies with possession here after the Clippers pick up 2. Conley, the pass to Randolph. The shot, no good. Great D that time from Jordan. Pierce attacking, and then Pierce with the dunk.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Now here's Conley. Randolph in the posts. Jordan on him. The shot's good from Randolph.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
And trailing in this game, now is not the time to start playing conservatively. I mean, if you've got an open look from deep, let it go. I mean, you've got to play freely and with confidence.
And here is Conley following the 3 from Chris Paul. Pass to Parsons. Randolph with the ball. Back to Parsons to the left side wing. Allen finds Reed. Conley. There it is, only a second basket. He's missed 8. That's a sad 20%.
A crafty scorer. Conley makes the most of his opportunities down low.
Outside Edwards. There's the 3. Buries it from three-point range. Edwards got 6 points in the quarter.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a huge 37-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back right after this.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the...
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first-half performance it's been for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Their ability to string together threes and demoralize a team, man. We saw that in the first half.
Seems like the score couldn't be more lopsided, but we still have another half to go. Prove me wrong. And let's move on to the race for Rookie of the Year. A lot of young talent in the league this season.
You never know how long it will take for a rookie to adjust to the NBA game, but these guys have figured it out quickly.
Yeah, it's been a smooth start to the season for them. Look, we all know there are going to be bumps in the road as the other teams adjust. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What a game we're seeing from Champ.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Now here's Conley. Now Randolph. Allen outside. Pass to Conley. Puts up a deep 3. Another miss by Conley. Conley's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Here's Spates. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Spates has got 10.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Edwards against Conley. Pass to Gasol. Over Jordan. Gasol no good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And Paul gets it to go in.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here is Carter following the basket by Chris Paul. Here's Conley. The rejection by Paul.
It's not the focus of his defensive game, but that time, Paul with the denial. Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
Oh, wow. That one is a highlight reel.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Carter, the pass to Gasol. Over in the corner, Conley. And now here's Jordan pushing it up, and no one back there.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Here's Conley. The Clippers getting the bucket. Carter outside to stop the run. No good on the shot.
That's a big donut, folks, here. Start the second half. 4 straight.
And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And, you know, the lead just keeps growing. I mean, this game is not going to get out of their grip. they're going to keep pulling away.
So it's the Grizzlies now. The Clippers getting the bucket. Gasol finds Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Conley inside the line.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
Edwards, good.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot. It's definitely giving the defenders something extra to think about.
Here's Allen. The Clippers getting the bucket. Gasol setting the pick for Conley. Looking to get it going. And stolen by Jordan. Here's Pierce. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Parsons checked in for the Grizzlies.
You know, in so many ways, Paul Pierce is just remarkable. I mean, his skill level is so high. I mean, he can outsmart defenders and really has the mechanics to score the ball from anywhere.
Parsons' shot is off.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful. This is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Conley against Edwards. Now here's Conley. He's got 5.
2 minutes remaining.
Wound up there for Allen and taken away by Paul. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stop.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if there's anybody better than Chris Paul at starting the break. I mean, he initiates it quickly and turns defense into offense in a heartbeat.
Now here's Allen. No scoring in this one. Outside Conley. Over Edwards. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And so it's Memphis with it. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Conley. And again, Memphis no good.
Now, there's an example of good defense beating good offense.
Oh!
My goodness. You have to reward the big fella when he runs like this. DeAndre Jordan able to leak out and finish in transition.
Outside Randolph. There's 49 seconds left in the third. Allen dishes to Randolph. Back to Allen. Top of the key, Conley. Allen kicks to Conley. Again, Conley missing.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And Pierce knows how to get to his spots. And when he gets there, he knows how to convert.
Memphis has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Gasol passes to Allen. Outside Conley. Allen, a screen on Edwards. Conley for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Spades has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And offensively, he has been a liability more than he's helped this quarter. Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And so it's Los Angeles, enjoying the kind of gigantic lead you almost never see. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you got a big guy that can pass.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Conley, the pass to Dumas. Outside Conley. This one for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Jordan's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Here's Paul. They get the rebound, and it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. And Memphis making a change here.
Number 43, Wayne Davidson.
And for Memphis, they're shooting a rough 22% so far in this one. Edwards against Conley. Memphis moving it around. It's hauled in by Edwards. Edwards got 4 rebounds now tonight. He takes it in, and the slam dunk by Spates.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And another miss by Memphis.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there. So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
Will it go? And Jordan sends it back.
When Jordan comes to deny a shot, his size and reach give him a big advantage.
And Paul gets it to go in. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
A high-effort brand of defense has been paying off for them in this one. They've managed to either block or alter a ton of their opponent's shots.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
Outside Pierce. Three-pointer. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And the basket by Edwards.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Here is Daniels. Pierce covering. Conley against Edwards. Now here's Conley. Tight defense on him. Here's Reed. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Paul for 3. Through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
On the wing, Daniels. Uncovered. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And Conley's so good at running the offense. Does a nice job hitting guys in their spots.
Baseline J on the way. That's good from Paul on the assist from Edwards.
I like the pass, moving it to get a better look.
Pass to Parsons. And here's Daniels. Defended by Pierce. Daniels, no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Nice job that time by Pierce. You know, some guys absorb contact like a sponge. It just has very little effect on Pierce.
Parsons on the wing. Outside Conley. Reed a screen. There's the 3. And it's Michael Conley with the 3.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. Has really worked on that part of his game.
Paul for 3. Connects from three-point range. Paul's got 33.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Los Angeles.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, but an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And making the right plays when necessary closing out this club for the second time this season. This victory gives them a 2-0 lead with 2 left against Memphis.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had.
Oh, man. And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Conley kicks to Daniels. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Conley's shot is off.
You know, brick after brick after brick. I mean, that's been the story for him this quarter. I mean, he's got to brain it in down the stretch here.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Pass to Conley. Reed a screen on Edwards. And here's Conley outside. And it's Spates with the rebound. Here's Edwards. And that one is good.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge,